came from Milano, Italy. That's my birthplace. And I began to work as a barman in one Italian restaurant. At the time, I was atheist. I do not believe in God. So while we were arguing about also religion, I said, look, so I will show you that God does not exist. And he told me, okay, I will show you that God exists. I went home, and I began to make my research. While I'm researching, I found that there are much strong evidence for the existence of God. The second problem is which one is the right religion. When I went to check about Islam, I saw that they give you much stronger evidence. It's like scientific miracle that are contained in the Quran. So I come to the conclusion, thanks God, that was the right religion. That was my first approach to Islam, because from an atheist point of view, it's very skeptical, and then the spiritual part came later, and it was like a revival. Because I think when you are young, when we are a child, we still have this it's called fitra, this nature that we need spirituality, but then with time we lose. And starting to practicing Islam, to praying, so with namaz, I really feel the difference. Also, the day I become Muslim, I really feel something in my heart. You cannot explain. You have to feel it. And also about you begin to dream a very good dream. You feel calm. This is inexplainable. It's something you see. You know, it was me and a friend of mine. He was atheist too, and we was running. And every time he was falling down, and me, I can jump away from the obstacle. And then we arrived in the mountain, and it's like I win the race. It changed in a much better way. I cut with all the bad habits I had before. And that was also something my parents appreciated. I stopped smoking, I tried to stop smoke. I don't drink anymore. And this affects my life in better because I have more energy, more health, and I am also more focused. And I was never focused on anything. I think Islam is the answer for all their problems, the solution for them to live a better life. It's difficult to explain the interior part, and as I tell you, with the logic you can get it. But the practicing of Islam will give you strength, focus, ambition, a vision. Because, for example, as I think now, I'm a membership of the Ummah. So we saw that as a Ummah, so we are all in the same Ummah of the Prophet Muhammad. So I have to bring something, because I think that Allah gives to each of us something special. Every of us has some ability. So to fulfill your role as a human being, you should put this ability in the service of the other, of the Ummah. So to make all that much better. So I can make your life better, you make my life better. If we all do like that, the situation of the Muslim will increase.
Kıymetli Yusuf Bakan amcam, öncelikle Ramazan ayınız mübarek olsun. Size Erzurum'dan kocaman sevgilerimi ve dualarımı gönderiyorum. Okullarımızda başlattığınız Marif'in Kalbinde Ramazan etkinlikleri için size çok ama çok teşekkür ederim. Sınıfımızda arkadaşlarımızla paylaşmayı, yardımlaşmayı ve birbirimize merhametli davranmayı öğreniyoruz. Biliyor musunuz? Artık derslerimizde sadece sayılara veya harflere bakmıyoruz. Etrafımızdaki her şeye yepyeni bir gözle bakmayı öğreniyoruz. Tıpkı etrafındaki güzellikleri keşfeden birer mucize avcısı gibi kainatı kocaman, renkli bir kitap gibi okumaya çalışıyoruz. Mesela bir çiçeğe, bir kelebeğe ya da gökyüzüne bakarken bunlar kendi kendine tesadüfen olmuş demiyoruz. Onlara bakınca onları bu kadar güzel yapan, süsleyen sanatkarımızı düşünüyoruz. Her şeye sadece kendi adı için değil, onu yaratamın harika birer eseri, birer mektubu olarak bakıyoruz. Büyüklerimiz diyor ki, eğer bu güzel değerleri ve inancımızı küçük yaşta kalbimize koymazsak, büyüyünce öğrenmek çok ama çok zorlaşırmış. Biz büyüdüğümüzde tıpkı Asım'ın nesli gibi vatanını çok seven, ahlaklı, dürüst ve bütün insanlığa faydalı kişiler olmak istiyoruz. Duyduk ki bazı amcalar, teyzeler okullarda bu güzel manevi şeyleri öğrenmemize karşı çıkıyormuş. Siz onlara hiç canınızı sıkmayın bakan amca. Biz okulumuzda inancımızı, değerlerimizi ve kainatı böyle güzel okumayı çok seviyoruz. İyi ki varsınız ve iyi ki bize bu fırsatı verdiniz. Ellerinizden öpüyorum. Allah sizden razı olsun. Erzurum'dan selamlarla.
Dini inancın zayıflamasıyla birlikte psikolojik sorunların artmasının dolaylı bir ilişkisi var ve bunun psikolojide bir açıklaması var. İnsan psikolojisinde en önemli faktörlerden biri anlamdır. Sağlıklı bir inanç insanın yaşadığı acıya anlam verir. Varoluş sancısı yaşamasını azaltır ve ben neden varım, neden bunları yaşıyorum sorusuna cevap olur. Bu da insanda kimlik oluşumunu kolaylaştırır. Hayatta iyi insan olmak gibi bir amaç verir. Anlam varsa beyin acıya daha dayanıklıdır. Çünkü beyin olmuş bir şeye ne anlam verdiğin üzerinden stres üretir. İnanç görünmeyen ama sürekli bir bağ hissi yaratır. Bu psikolojik olarak tek başıma değilim inancı oluşturur ve beyinde güven sistemini aktive eder. Nörobiyolojik olarak insan zihni hayatında kontrol edemediği durumlarda stres üretir. Yaşanan her iyi ve kötü olayda kadersel bir plan var algısı beyni sakinleştirir. Sağlıklı bir inançta koruyucu olan şey çoğu zaman inancın sağladığı psikolojik mekanizmalardır. Yani inanç yaşanan her şeyi anlamsız acılar olmaktan çıkarıp anlamlı bir çerçeveye yerleştirir. Bu da psikolojik dayanıklılığı arttırır.
Kabe'de hacılar hude Allah, yer gök elinin eline Allah, melekler defterin eline Allah, izin ver de Kabe'ni görelim Allah, izin ver de yolunda ölelim Allah, göster cemalini görelim Allah. Kabe'nin yolları taşlıdır Allah, hacıların gözleri yaşlıdır Allah, dervişlerin ciğeri ateşlidir Allah, izin ver de Kabe'ni görelim Allah, izin ver de yolunda ölelim Allah, göster cemalini görelim Allah. Kabe'nin yolları çukurdur Allah, hacıların işleri zikirdir Allah, Mevlasına her dem şükürdür Allah, izin ver de Kabe'ni görelim Allah, izin ver de yolunda ölelim Allah, göster cemalini görelim Allah. Kabe'nin örtüsü yeşildir Allah, gün doğmadan ışığı Allah, hepimizi Kabe'ne çağır Allah, izin ver de Kabe'ni görelim Allah, izin ver de yolunda ölelim Allah, göster cemalini görelim Allah. Daha fazla çocuk ilahileri ve şarkıları için Çikolog kanalına abone olmayı unutmayın.
I cannot only be Muslim because my dad is Muslim or my mom is Muslim. I cannot only be Muslim because my community is Muslim. That's all I ever knew. I can't be Muslim because I was born in a Muslim country, or I was born in a Muslim community, or I was born in a Muslim family. Because if you say, well, I'm Muslim because my family's Muslim, that's all. That's all. That can be okay when you're a little kid. That's okay. But once you start becoming an adult, every one of us is alone. Every one of us has our own reasons for being Muslim. You have to have your own reason. You cannot borrow my reason or somebody else's reason. You have to have your own. You can't borrow your Islam. It has to be yours. And I'm telling you guys, you're little now, but you're about to be, as you get older, there are going to be people who are going to say, why are you Muslim? Why do you pray? Why do you dress like that? Why don't you believe it? Why aren't you an atheist? Why aren't you a Christian? Why aren't you this? Why aren't you that? Why do you think every other religion is wrong? Why can't you be like this? Why does your book say this? Why did your prophet do that? You're going to get a million questions. And all of those questions will look like reason, reason, reason, reason, reason. And your answer is, well, my mom is going to feel really bad if I don't stay Muslim. Your answer became what? Feeling. Our religion started with reason, and it's the most powerful religion because it's from the beginning to the end, it's based on reason. So you have to know your reasons.
45 years Orthodox, a priest for the last 2 years and a bit before to become a Muslim. Could not ignore Quran, could not ignore the truth that God is not three, God is one, that God has no son. The world's largest religion, Islam, is the completion of what God delivered to Moses and to the prophets, and of course to Jesus. Orthodox Christians actually prostrate in a way very similar to Islamic sujood. Coptic Christians and Christians in the Middle East that are Arabic, Palestinian Christians use Allah for God. And I declared there is no God but Allah, and that Muhammad, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is his last messenger, and that this is the final message.
Ich bin vor 2 Jahren zum Islam konvertiert und da sehr, sehr viele gefragt haben, wie es dazu kam, warum ich konvertiert bin, dachte ich, erzähle ich euch heute mal meine Story, wie es dazu kam. Ja, wo fange ich an? Also ich bin erstmal christlich auf jeden Fall aufgewachsen, also meine Familie ist christlich. Wir waren jetzt nicht streng christlich, also wir haben halt daran geglaubt und das nicht wirklich aber praktiziert. Dann kam ich irgendwann zu einem Punkt, wo ich mir dachte, ich sollte mich mal über meine Religion informieren, weil so wirklich geglaubt habe ich nicht, dass Jesus zum Beispiel Gott ist oder auch die Dreifaltigkeit hat für mich nie so wirklich Sinn ergeben. Ich kam mich irgendwann zum Islam und habe mich auch über den Islam informiert. Ich habe gemerkt, dass der Islam für mich eigentlich viel mehr Sinn macht. Vor allem das Schöne fand ich am Islam, dass alles so logisch ist. Man kriegt für alles eine Antwort, egal welche Frage man hat, man kriegt die passende Antwort dazu. Und das fand ich richtig, richtig schön. Der Islam hat für mich im Gesamten einfach am meisten Sinn ergeben. Was ich auch richtig schön fand, waren die Wunder vom Koran. Also die haben mich auch krass beeindruckt damals. Ich dachte mir halt irgendwann einfach, ey, der Koran ist nie verfälscht worden. Da stehen Sachen drin, wo man einfach sagen muss, das kann kein Mensch geschrieben haben. Wie konnte das damals sein, dass das ein Mensch geschrieben hat? Ich kam irgendwann halt an den Punkt, wo ich gesagt habe, ich kann das nicht mehr leugnen, das ist die Wahrheit. Das muss die Wahrheit sein. Und es hat sich für mich auch im Herzen einfach richtig angefühlt, dass der Islam die Wahrheit ist. Ja, dann habe ich ein Jahr mich über den Islam informiert. Ich bin dann kurz vor Ramadan 2024 zum Islam konvertiert. Das war das schönste Erlebnis in meinem ganzen Leben. Ich muss auch sagen, seitdem fühle ich mich einfach wie ein neuer Mensch, kann man schon fast sagen. Also ich kann das gar nicht so ganz in Worte fassen. Ich glaube, die konvertiert sind, die wissen genau, was ich jetzt meine damit. Man fühlt sich einfach wirklich wie ein anderer Mensch und einfach angekommen, als hätte ich mein wahres Ich gefunden durch den Islam. Wenn noch Fragen offen sind, könnt ihr mir die sehr, sehr gerne stellen in den Kommentaren. Und ja.
You put your head on the ground for sujood right now. Your brain does something incredible. Normally, your heart has to fight gravity to pump blood all the way up into your head. But when you place your forehead on the floor, gravity takes over. It forces a massive sudden rush of fresh oxygen-rich blood directly into your prefrontal cortex. This is the exact part of your brain that controls complex decision-making, your personality, and most importantly, your anxiety levels. By physically dropping your head below your heart during Salah, you are literally flooding your brain stress center with oxygen. You force your nervous system to reset. You aren't just submitting spiritually, you are physically healing your brain.